We're ready for part 2. Let's get some answers to some of these questions. So, I'd like someone to volunteer to share. I'm actually very curious to see what was the issue your heart said in the first place, and then when you did the eyeball exercise, did something else come up, or was it the same thing? I'd like to hear from several of you. If you would do *2, that's going to raise your hand so I can call on you. And if you want to use another name, feel free. *2. Okay. Go ahead from Salt Lake City. Share with me, please.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
Yeah, so the object in the beginning, when you ask the question, what's really here? Feeling belittled, disempowered, used, and hopeless came up.
Okay.
So then when you said, so you can put it in the form of a rock or a frog. Right in front of my eye was a form of a penis as a black rock.
Wow. Was it a big penis? Just wondering.
It was a penis as a black rock.
Okay.
I've never had a black one, but it doesn't matter. So that was the form I saw. I'm trying to laugh about this too. So then dominant handwriting, or undominant, what came up was love shattered.
Oh.
And then, yeah. So then after that, with the non-dominant hand, you asked a question, and so I wrote, build new love. And then you said with the dominant hand, what's the question? And so I wrote, best way to build new love, ? Non-dominant hand, I wrote, forgive him more. Seek new love. Clean up my space and seek new love.
And seek new love.
Seek new love. I feel too old and not in that space to do that right now, but that's what came up.
So we're going to honor that.
Yes.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how strong does the love shattered and the seek new love feel for you?
Oh, it's pretty strong. The love shattered happened like 10 years ago. My love of my life, I thought my soulmate, cheated on me and left me for another woman. Left me. Yeah.
Okay.
And I have not been able to move beyond that.
And it's been 10 years.
10 years.
Wow. And do you feel this is related to the issues you had with your mother?
Yeah, in a lot of ways.
Okay.
Because it goes way back. So apparently my mother was pregnant with me when she discovered my biological father, her husband, was having an affair with another woman.
Okay.
I know this is really deep.
Talk about love shattered all the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
So,
profound. And we will be doing some healing on that too, my dear.
okay.
Okay.
Sounds like I could use it.
Yes. You know, this discovery process brings up things that they might not really seem related, but they are. So thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to go now to Denver, Colorado. Doesn't have a name, so you can use any name you'd like. I just unmuted your microphone.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Mrs. K.
Okay, Mrs. K.
And it's interesting because the last lady, I have some hope for her, and it actually does relate to my issue, which was betrayal and broken trust. That was my issue, which has to do obviously with my mother.
Yes.
But I also had my son's father cheated on me with 5 women, and I went 14 years in a complete desert, invisible, and I found love again, and I found Mr. K, who is my twin flame. And do not think that you are too old, because as I said in my letter, I am 53. So that's no barrier, despite, betrayal and lack of trust and the broken trust, really, because
yes.
when a mother beats you, obviously, you don't tend to have very good trust. So that was my issue that was even deeper than what I thought. And it's interesting, the purpose said, I said, what is your purpose? And it said, to show you the depths of pain humanity can suffer.
Wow.
I've been there.
Okay, I want to get out of this contract right now.
I know, seriously, I'm done with that. I've had enough.
What was I thinking? Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. K. And I think it's interesting that so far the 2 who volunteered, it hasn't really been a whole bunch about the mother, but the mother stuff just causes all this other stuff to snowball. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Right.
And now I'm going to my friend in Pennsylvania. Go ahead, my dear.
Hi, Rebecca. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfect.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Yeah, just speak up.
Okay. My issue is my eyes. I have right now a severe eye problem going on. Right eye worse than left eye. When I go on to the cornea specialist, gee, what a surprise! It's the same issues my mother was having with her eyes for years.
Wow. Patterns are going on here.
Yes, very much so. I was really shocked when the doctor said that. Most pressing issue that my heart wants to heal right now is the eyes, but it's seeing clearly my way forward to my future with the self-love, self-acceptance, self-confidence. Keep feeling it in my eyes, of course, my heart and my gut, stomach, that kind of thing. The form took a form of a little black ball. It was interesting when it fell over last week. That was kind of cool. When I said, dear issue, what's your purpose? This is amazing, Rebecca, with all the work I've been doing all this stuff.
Yes.
To keep you safe. To keep you safe so you don't move off on your own away from family. I'm like, I can't wait to get out of here. However, issues, are you hiding something deeper? Yes. What is it? You have been unable to look and unwilling to look at and see your life as independent totally. That vision would keep you safe by staying dependent on family. Serious fear of going forward alone. And I said, it's about self-love and self-confidence. And of course, this goes back to my mother.
Always.
A lot of years. So, yeah. So, oh my goodness. Of
Okay.
course, they're kids.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Lee. Um,
You're welcome.
I'm going to ask if there's anyone else that would like to share. You see, it's not scary to share, it's fun. Um, Maybe you have something, well, everyone's was different, but there seems to be this pattern going on, and for sure, things, damage caused from the mother relationship spills over forever. Okay, so I'm having another volunteer in South Dakota. Go ahead. You just raised your
Hi.
hand.
It's really crazy. Okay. Oh,
Uh,
no, no.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Just please speak up.
Okay. When I was younger, I was thin, and my mother would always tell me how I was horrible, and my siblings kind of did that and everything. I did. They would tell me I was wrong, but when I just did the "Are you hiding something?" over the years,
Yes.
I put on a lot of weight. And
Yes.
when I did that, it's so crazy because with my non-dominant hand, I wrote, yes, I thought if I gained weight, made myself less attractive, set myself up to fail, my mother and family would love me because everything they said about me was true. And I just never realized that's probably why I did what I did. It's just crazy.
Wow.
I don't know, because I guess I don't know. But I think part of it was when I was younger, everyone would always say, oh, she's so pretty, she's so pretty. And I'm not saying my family's unattractive, but I got a lot of attention from outside people. And my family would tell me how ugly I was and how ugly inside and everything was. And I think I thought if I gained the weight and made myself less attractive, they would love me. But, I mean, they didn't. And my purpose there was to help them feel better. But the thing is, what I need to be doing is to love myself like I love others.
Yes.
And I'm done with that. I just wanted to say it was just like
So
weird.
are you done with that?
I am.
Yes.
I totally am.
And what spirit
My
one?
mother died, and on her deathbed, she tried to make me feel guilty and told me some horrible things that at first I was okay with, but then after a while I really kind of went into a deep depression and talked to a counselor, worked on things, and it's like crazy because even from the grave, like she still got that hold on me that I need to release.
Wow. I would agree. And we're going to pull the thread here to get the ball rolling on the healing. And Spirit wants you all to know that a lot of times having awareness of what the hidden thing is, having awareness of it gets the ball rolling to heal it. That awareness is everything. Just going, oh, wow, really? So anyway, thank you so much for sharing. And I'll go to the next volunteer from Colorado. It says, go ahead.
Hi, Rebecca. This is Mr. Corwell. Mr. K, rather.
Go ahead.
Hi, Rebecca. I saw the issue. It looked like a very, very dark black marble, and I didn't see what it is. I shined the light into it, and I asked what the issue was, and it was regarding guilt for coming to find my wife, Mrs. K, and projecting all this pain that was put upon me for so many years, and projecting it upon her. So it was kind of passing it forward, unconsciously doing that, and causing her a lot of grief and a lot of pain, more than I could possibly ever handle, and acknowledging that, and I asked what the purpose of it was, and it just kept saying guilt, 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 guilt. And of course, because of the way my mother raised me, because of all the damage that she did, it made me very broken. And thankfully, she took me in anyways, my wife, and help me
Aw.
look at and help me look at myself. Because it takes, putting aside your ego and putting aside all these things that go on in your head.
Yes.
And, just say, no, this needs to be healed. There's a reason I'm behaving this way. And, over the last few years, we've been working together to heal both of us, as you know.
You're doing a
And
great job.
I really appreciate it because it's been a hell of a journey. But she is the love of my life, and I could not be who I am today if it wasn't for her. And when I asked if it was hiding something deeper, it did say yes, Italy. And my wife and I are both sensitives, and we know we had a past life together in Italy where we were separated at a very young age. And almost burned at the stake. And then we were separated as children, and then, I always held that guilt for, never coming to be able to go save her, in that past life. And then when I asked to tap into that pain, it gave me a 10, but it's that numb 10, meaning, I'm really, really holding that pain that, I've obviously carried forward into this life, and my mother has been so to speak, a vehicle in order to show me that guilt yet again, through her. But, yeah, it's been hard.
Okay.
Hope
Well,
that makes sense.
thank you so much for sharing that. And don't worry, we're going to get around to the healing point. Although knowing that awareness is very, very, very beneficial to healing. Thank you so much, Mr. K. I'm going to go now to Arizona, and a darling person I know. How are you, sweetness? Go ahead. Your mic's
Hi,
open.
Rebecca.
Hi.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
Thank you. And I'm really enjoying your class. I had a question about actually what came up. I didn't really understand.
Go ahead.
And I thought maybe you could give me some insight. My issue manifested as a ball of thorns.
Wow.
So when I asked, what is your purpose, it was to keep you safe from people hurting you. And I said, are you hiding something deeper? And it said, much deeper. So I said, what is it? And all that came up was secrets and lies, the sins of the mother.
Secrets and lies, the sins of the mother. And did you try to give that an intensity rating as to how intense it feels to you?
A 10 because, yes, it's a 10 because I didn't understand what it meant.
Okay. And, excuse me, you don't need to understand everything because you don't need to know every secret and every lie about your mother. But you can set the intention that you're doing this healing. I'm having the sense that her spirit is kind of asking you to do this part of this healing on behalf of her, that whatever it is, it's so terrible that she can't bring it up to the light herself. Is she on the other side already?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually getting a visual of her with tears, actually down on her knees, begging. Just like, but you don't know what I tried to do to you, and it's as if she had a lot of runaway thoughts, is the kind of words that are coming to me. Runaway thoughts that maybe she didn't bring to fruition, but there was a darkness to her that she never wanted to acknowledge, and she did a pretty good job of hiding, but it's that secret little part that she would ask to be included in this healing on her behalf. And are you willing to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So thank you so
you.
much. All right. So I don't see any more volunteers. If anyone else does, you need to do *2. Okay, so we're going to take this a little deeper. All right. And then, of course, we're going to do some tapping or whatever else Spirit tells me. We want to look at the second issue that came up. Now, for some of you, it could have remained with the first issue. You could have been the same the whole time. I didn't hear from anyone who had it exactly the same, but we're going to do some more discovery with this issue, the second issue, the hidden issue, and we're going to ask 3 questions with the dominant hand and answer it with the non-dominant, and then we're going to do some tapping. So, you're going to be addressing this second issue. Dear, you can still call it issue. What are you stopping me from doing? You're going to write this with your dominant hand. Dear issue, what are you stopping me from doing? And then you're going to switch the pen to your non-dominant hand. And you're going to find the truth. And now we're going to put the pen back in the regular hand as we ask this question. Lots of discovery going on. If I heal this, then I will have to fill in the blank. I'm going to say it a couple of times, because you're writing with your dominant hand. If I heal this, then I will have to switch the pen and let the answer flow. Don't hold anything back. And the last lady I was speaking with, you know, you're doing this partly on behalf of your mother, but believe me, it'll heal you too. If I heal this, then I will have to switch the pen and answer. What will you have to do? It might be something good. And now we got one more before the tapping begins. Put your pen back in your dominant hand. Because you just ask, what you stopping me from doing? We're talking about the issue. If I heal this, then I will have to. The dominant hand, regular hand writes, this scares me because. This scares me because. And your dominant hand could write, it doesn't scare me, it'll make me happy. And it could give you some very deep truth that we need to tap on. Make sure you switch to that non-dominant hand when you write, this scares me because. And then give yourself a rating. How scared do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10? Maybe if you wrote, I'm not scared at all, I'm ready to rock and roll. Because there's fear at the heart of everything that keeps you from moving forward. Okay, so now I'd like to hear from some volunteers who are ready to share, and it can be the same volunteers we just had, because at least we have a little bit of your history, but new volunteers are welcome. Who would like to share? What are you stopping me from doing? If I heal this, then I will have to. What? And it scares me because. Okay, I'm getting some volunteers, and that's fabulous. All right. So, Lee, I think you had your hand up first. I'm going to unmute your microphone. Okay, Lee. What's it stopping you from doing?
It's stopping me from manifesting plenty of money to move forward confidently and fearlessly into my future. If I heal this, then I will have to move forward into doing what I came into this life to do. Wonderful healing, intuitive, and full.
And why are you scared, my baby?
The rest of that was healing, intuitive, and philanthropic. Yeah, I can say that. Philanthropy work that to help many animals and people worldwide. Scares me because I am now transitioning into a whole new life/way of thinking. The whole process has been a bit scary, but it's exciting too.
Yeah, you're really at the cusp of wonderful things, leaving behind a lot of old stuff and a lot of old pain involving your mother
And my family, yes.
and your family.
And you know, and you know, Rebecca, I wanted to say to the woman who said earlier she's a little over 50. I'm way over 60, and you know, it's about time to get this healed and behind me.
Yes. And I'm not way over 60. I just turned 64. I just found wonderful love, and like doing this kind of work is just so valuable and touching. And no, we're never too old. I think we just get wiser, wiser,
Exactly.
and our heart opens more the older that we get.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing. I'm going to go next to Arizona, and you were actually kind of doing something on behalf of your mother. Go ahead, my dear, and tell me what came up about what's it stopping me from. If I heal this, then I'll have to, and why does that scare you?
So the first answer, stopping me from living my destiny. And if I heal this, then I'll have to forgive and be all I can be.
Oh.
And it scares me because I'm not, I might not know what I'm supposed to do.
Oh. You might not know. Guess I need to have a class on how to know. Woo! Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Might not know what I'm supposed to do, but what does it matter? I'm scared to do it anyway. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how scared are you?
I said an 8.
Oh, an 8. Okay. All right. Thank you, my dear. And thank all of you for being so willing to help. There's lots and lots of folks listening on the web, and lots of folks on the phone just prefer to just listen. So thank you. I'm going now to Denver, Colorado. Go ahead. Go ahead. Is it Mrs. K? From Denver? It says Denver. Your own Michael.
Yeah, I'm right here, Rebecca.
There you go, Mr. K.
Sorry. How are you? What it was stopping me from doing
Yes.
was standing up, is what it was giving me. And it said, if I heal this, I'll have to, and I got face my guilt.
You'll have to do what to your guilt?
Face my guilt in regards to how much damage and how much stuff I unloaded on my wife when I got here. And it scared me because, and it scared me because she's the last person in this universe I want to hurt.
Yes.
And that was at 11.
Oh, okay. She's the last person.
Yeah.
You sound like such a wonderful person.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Okay, and so does Mrs. K. You guys rock. You guys just working it out. Alrighty. So thank you so much. I'm going to go now to Miami, Florida. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, if I heal this, I will have to take responsibility for my actions, show my true self to the world, allow myself to fail and be vulnerable, allow myself to speak and subdue myself to the opinions of others. If I heal this, I will have to go deeper into my wisdom and awareness. I'm not as wise as I think I am. This scares me because it's true. I am nobody. I'm not worthy. I don't know what I'm doing.
think that's a devil talking. Just kidding. Not worthy. You're nobody. Oh, you're somebody wonderful. Okay.
I know it's not true, you know. I know it's just fear, but
I know. But that's why we do the non-dominant handwriting. We would never admit all this stuff. Never. Well, thank you, my dear. Thank you so much.
thank you.
So now let's see, where am I going? Another Denver, Colorado, I think. Go ahead if you had your hand up. Yes.
Yep, this is Mrs. K again.
Okay, Mrs. K.
Yeah, I had some pretty profound answers. What's stopping me from living life and fully loving? And if I heal this, I will have to step up and live on this planet fully engaged. It scares me because I don't want to be here. It's too big and too painful. Basically, it's holographic, and I become pain.
Okay, is that what scares you?
That's what it said. Yeah, I don't want to be here. I'm basically on the planet. It's too big. It's too painful. I'm one of those that feels like I come from somewhere else and always wanting to go home.
Yeah.
And the experience is holographic, and I just become pain. I don't just feel pain, but I become pain. And that's why I can't step into it fully.
Oh, wow. And how strong is that scared on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, it's 10. It really feels more like 1,000, but it's a 10, yeah.
Okay. Okay, wow. Thank you so much. I'm going to go now to... It just says anonymous. So if you have your hand up, it doesn't list any phone. It's from the web. So if you're on the web and you raised your hand, can you go ahead and speak? I unmuted your microphone. Go ahead and speak if you're on the web call and you raised your hand to be a volunteer. Okay, you could have some kind of issue going on with your connection. I don't know. I'll wait just another few seconds. Okay. Maybe you can get it fixed. I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and move forward to Portland, Oregon. Go ahead, my dear.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, this is Kathy.
Okay, Kathy.
So what said that it was stopping me from doing was living my purpose, loving self and others, and being seen.
Ah.
And if I had this issue, then what will I have to do? And it would be blossom. And the funny thing is the flower pot was my object.
Oh. Okay.
And this scares me because I will have to move forward and act, no more hiding out.
Ah. No more hiding out. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I think it's so interesting that we started with the mother issues and we're just winding up with all kind of lifetime issues going on. So I'd like to move now into some tapping. And I'd like to ask Mrs. K if you would mind to be the volunteer. Would you do *2? if you will, that'll raise your hand. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the way I just unmuted your microphone. Thank you so much, Mrs. K, for being the volunteer.
You're welcome.
And I feel like you're a good mix, an example of everything going on here. And also, when we do this borrowing benefits, which is what we're going to do, which my good friend Gary Craig came up with years ago in EFT, here's the way it works. We're all heart connected. We're all here because we had some kind of issue with our mother. Now, Mrs. K is going to be the volunteer and hold the space. And so everyone, you tune into your issue, you've got your intensity rating, and then we're just going to leave it, and we're going to put our heart's deepest love with Mrs. K, and we're going to tap with her, say what she says, feel what she feels, and forget all about our issue, and then somehow magically our issue just goes down to almost nothing. So, Mrs. K, as we're tapping, I will ask you, and I know that you know EFT because you said so in your email, and I guess you've been with Gary Craig a long time too.
Yeah.
So I want to just make sure I have all your issues. I was writing quickly. And we went back, we could go back, issue. Can you see how this is like pulling a little thread and like the whole sweater unravels? The bottom line is this is stopping you from living life fully and loving.
Yep.
And if you heal it, you're going to have to step up and live. And live on this planet. And it scares you because you don't want to be here. And you want to go home. You feel things so deeply, you become pain. Does that sound correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and you're feeling this at a level 10 of intensity.
Yep.
Okay, so we're just going to do some tapping, and of course I'll ask you what else is coming up. And I do want to say something about feeling like you're not from here. I do believe that a lot of us, I believe actually that all of us have strands of so many species within us, but some of us specifically came into this lifetime for some kind of reason. And I really believe, Mrs. K, that some of us are here to open the door to wider acceptance of our star family. Maybe that's one reason our earthly family sucks so bad, so that we'll be eager. I don't know. That's just a supposition, but I do feel for you and with you when you say, I feel like I'm not from here. I'm hearing it more and more and more. So here we go with the tapping, and we're going to start with the side of the hand, and you just repeat after me. I'm afraid to step up and live.
I'm afraid to step up and live.
I love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
Even with all these issues.
Even with all these issues.
All the hell I've been through.
All the hell I've been through.
I don't even want to be here.
I don't even want to be here.
I love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
I'm a brave soul.
I'm a brave soul.
Go to the top of the head. I don't even want to be here.
I don't even want to be here.
Beginning of the eyebrow. What was I thinking?
What was I thinking?
Side of the eye. I don't feel that I've really done any good.
I don't feel I've done really any good.
Under the eye. I've just suffered a lot of pain.
I've just suffered a lot of pain.
Under the nose. It sucks.
It sucks.
Under the lip. I want to go home.
I want to go home.
Collarbone. I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here.
Underneath the armpit. What was I thinking?
What was I thinking?
Okay, just take a deep breath in and out. I know that's only just one little round, but as we were doing it, how true did all that feel to you?
Oh, that was extremely true, Rebecca.
And isn't it great to be able to say it?
Yes, very much.
Okay, we've barely done anything but tune into your number 10 scared feeling and tell me if it still feels like a number 10 or if it's changed in any way.
Yeah, I think it's come down to an 8.
Okay. Okay, side of the hand again. I'm not ready to let this go.
I'm not ready to let this go.
Because I don't want to step up and live.
Because I don't want to step up and live.
I want to hide behind these issues.
I want to hide behind these issues.
They give me the perfect excuse.
They give me the perfect excuse.
I don't have to step up and live.
I don't have to step up and live.
Go to the top of the head. You can't make me.
You can't make me.
Perfect. Beginning of the eyebrow. I don't want to step up and live.
I don't want to step up and live.
Side of the eye. Why don't you leave me alone?
Why don't you leave me alone?
Underneath the eye. I'm sick and tired of my destiny calling me.
I'm sick and tired of my destiny calling me.
Under the nose. I want to hide my head in the sand.
I want to hide my head in the sand.
Under the lip. I know I'm supposed to be doing great things.
I know I'm supposed to be doing great things.
Collarbone. But as long as I have this issue.
But as long as I have this issue.
Underneath the armpit. I don't have to.
I don't have to.
Take a deep breath in and out. Ooh, that felt good. Check in with your number 8. Tell me how it feels.
Yeah, I think it's down to a 5 now.
Okay, now we're going to switch gears here a little bit. I like to call it outlaw EFT when we just get to be whiny little brats. So I feel like what we should be whining at, in your case, is whining at the universe, whining at your choice, which you know that you chose to come forward and have this horrible experience, so that when you really start moving towards your destiny, you're going to be a freaking rock star. But we're going to whine at the universe. Are you ready to play with me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So tapping on the side of your hand. Everybody, you do this and you do it just like we're doing this. I'm sick and tired of being a goody-goody two-shoes.
I'm sick and tired of being a goody-goody two-shoes.
I don't want to be a light worker anymore.
I don't want to be a light worker anymore.
I made a terrible choice.
I made a terrible choice.
I'm gonna whine and cry.
I'm gonna whine and cry.
Until they let me go home.
Until they let me go home.
Top of the head. I I will not fulfill my destiny.
I will not fulfill my destiny.
Beginning of the eyebrow. The whole idea just makes me mad.
The whole idea just makes me mad.
Side of the eye. What was I thinking?
What was I thinking?
Underneath the eye. I just want to go home.
I just want to go home.
Underneath the nose. You can't make me.
You can't make me.
Under the lip. Nana, nana, boo boo.
Nana, boo boo.
Collarbone. Stick your face in doo doo.
Stick your face in doo doo.
Underneath the arm. I'm not gonna budge.
I'm not gonna budge.
Okay, take a deep breath in and out. Oh, that felt wonderful. Okay, you were at a 5. Where are you?
I think it's between 2 and 3 now.
2 and 3. Okay. So 2 and 3, that's manageable. So let's talk about what kind of positive choice you might want to make. So you tell me what kind of positive choice. You know you don't want to be here. You still want to go home. But you're only 53. You just met the love of your life. I bet you the sex is good. Woo! So, what's your problem, girlfriend?
Yeah, I'm just tired from fighting for so many years, and especially fighting alone. Now I have somebody to fight with me, but it's still exhausting. And
Okay.
I just, a lot of the times, I just feel like I can't continue because it's like I just don't have any gas left.
Okay. So, let's talk about the exhaustion. And we're kind of shifting gears here. You know that different issues come up. You feel exhausted from what exactly?
Well, I'm somebody who, once I set my mind to something, I don't give up.
Okay.
And I set my mind to healing myself back when I was in my mid-20s. And I've been working virtually 24/7 ever since. And I mean, I've really, like, I work harder than just about anybody, you know, not to brag, but I put a lot of effort into it. And I mean, I would work on this stuff even when I was sick. I would be listening to spiritual audios or, you know, audio tapes or audiobooks or, you know, anything because I was trying to find the answers and
Yes.
trying to heal this stuff because it hurts.
And I think you're preaching to a lot of choir members.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because anybody who hurts this much and suffers this much, you're like, I have got to find the answer. I have to find
Yes.
a way to get my hand off this stove, you know. And
Okay.
it's like somebody's holding it there.
All right. We're going to do some tapping on that issue. Go to the side of the hand. I'm so exhausted.
I am so exhausted.
I worked so hard on my healing.
I have worked so hard on my healing.
I have come a long way,
I have come a long way.
but I don't really give myself credit for that.
I don't really give myself credit for that.
I only look at where I need to go.
I only look at where I need to go.
Why don't I let myself off the hook?
Why don't I let myself off the hook?
What if this is as good as it gets?
What if this is as good as it gets?
What if the healing has started and it just snowballs without any effort of mine?
What if the healing has started and it just snowballs without any effort of mine?
Top of the head, I feel a snowball coming on.
I feel a snowball coming on.
Beginning of the eyebrow, I'm going to relax.
I'm going to relax.
Side of the eye, I'm choosing easy world.
I'm choosing easy world.
Underneath the eye, I am so tired of trying to heal this.
I am so tired of trying to heal this.
Underneath the nose, I'm going to relax.
I'm going to relax.
Underneath the lip, I've done enough.
I have done enough.
Collarbone, I've already pulled the thread that starts the healing.
I've already pulled the thread that starts the healing.
Underneath the armpit, I'm going to let the universe take over now.
I'm going to let the universe take over now.
Back to the top of the head. Universe, do your thing.
Universe, do your thing.
Beginning of the eyebrow, I'm ready to start fully living.
I am ready to start fully living.
Side of the eye, I choose to begin doing great things now.
I choose to begin doing great things now.
Underneath the eye, I choose to enjoy the rest of my life on this planet.
I choose to enjoy the rest of my life on this planet.
Underneath the nose, I never have to come back here again if I don't want to.
I never have to come back here again if I don't want to.
Underneath the lip, I refuse to suffer any more pain on this planet.
I refuse to suffer any more pain on this planet.
Collarbone, I'm choosing to live in joy from this moment forward.
I am choosing to live in joy from this moment forward.
Underneath the armpit, what a relief.
What a relief.
Woo! And the preacher said, amen. Amen. Okay, it feels like your energy has completely shifted.
Yeah, I definitely feel a lot better.
Okay, now, honey,
A lot better.
I am the great and powerful Rebecca Marina Messenger. And as the great and powerful Oz, I give you permission to stop working so hard on healing yourself and to just enjoy this life that you have created, the wonderful man that you found, the wonderful healing career that you're doing together. I give you permission to relax and choose easy world. Woo!
Woo!
Okay.
I'm ready for it.
Okay. Fabulous. Fabulous. You were a marvelous volunteer, Mrs. K. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
I hope it helps others as much as it helps me.
Yeah, well, it helped me and I didn't even have your issue. I feel better. When I feel your energy
Good.
rising, I rise too. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, I'm going to ask everyone to tune into your issue and your intensity rating and see where you are. And if you feel like you're still stuck, or I find it very interesting to just see what comes up for you, then please, if you'd just like to share what came up for you, or if you feel like you could use some additional help, please do *2, and that's going to raise your hand. Okay, so I have a wonderful, I believe it's the Soulful Sweetie. Hi, my dear.
Hi.
I loved your letter.
Thank you. This has been wonderful. Thank you. It just brought tears to my eyes to have it read and reflected in that way. So I just want to thank you.
Oh, well, thank
It's been
you.
amazing.
And how are you
Absolutely amazing.
feeling with your issues?
Well, I first want to thank Mr. and Mrs. K, because what a reflection of some of the things that my husband and I go through as married light workers and twin flames. And, even I could hear myself during the process kind of saying, oh, well, that's so far from what I have going on. I don't know if this is going to work, even though I know that it's all related and connected. And after going through the process with Mrs. K, and all of a sudden, I was like, wait a minute, of course that's still there. I mean, come on, how many of us don't have or have never had the issue of being like, why am I human? What is going on here?
Yes.
And it all just kind of came up and disappeared, like instantly, like that. Amazing.
It is amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're not done
you?
yet. I know we've been here a while, but I have another exercise to do that will kind of seal the deal. So, thank you so much, Soulful Sweetness. Would anybody else like to do?
Thank you. Kisses.
Yes. Would anyone else like to do star 2 and allow me to help you with an issue, or just make a comment? Okay. Okay. So one moment. I have to add some more time because I did not know that the recording was going to go off. So just give me a moment and let me see what I can do. Okay, so from Salt Lake City, go ahead.
Paris.
Yes.
Yes. Mr. and Mrs. K, they brought up a lot of stuff. So I am the Salt Lake City one where my husband left me for another woman, and
Yes.
I was in my mother's womb when she discovered my father was having an affair with someone else. So I've had a lot of crazy breakthroughs in listening to other people here today, and I want to thank you all for that. And this is so weird. While listening to this, one of my very first boyfriends came in, and he has been dead for several years. He committed suicide after he looked me up that he was married. And so I had this whole thing about affairs and everything, and I'm just kind of reliving this. And I don't know how many more people are on the phone here, but I was separated from my husband at the time, and he called me, and he was married, and I would not go into a relationship with him because he was married.
Yes.
But then I got a phone call from my stepfather, who raised me from the age of 3 when he married my mom, saying that Steve had committed suicide. And it was like 2 weeks after I told Steve, I will not hang out with you. You are married. I do not want to get into that kind of situation. So I guess I bring this up because there is a huge pattern. I mean, this pattern is insane. It just seems to follow me in my life with non-commitment, and I don't know. Is there? I mean, I love this guy. He was like my high school sweetheart, And for him to come back to me after all those years and try to strike up a relationship while he was married to someone else, I'm like, no, I cannot do that. Can you help me tap through this kind of non-commitment, this whole, that's how it seems like my life has been. My mother was pregnant with me when she found out my father was having an affair.
Okay, I want to ask you something first. Do you feel guilty because he committed suicide?
Oh, yes. Oh, incredibly. My stepdad was like, kind of said, how come you weren't at the funeral? I was like, I couldn't go. I was crying. I couldn't be there, and it had been so many years.
Okay, so I do want to be clear on one thing. He didn't commit suicide because you rejected him. Somebody doesn't come to that because of that. He was already feeling distressed and distraught, and he reached out to you because he remembered the good times that you used to have. But he could have very likely still committed suicide even if you had gotten together. And he would have had the guilt of him doing that too, and then you would have had even more guilt than you're feeling right now. So you can put that to bed as far as he did it because of you. He did not do it because of you. It was already in his energy field. Well, of course you would feel like, well, I rejected him and so he killed himself. But he was rejecting life, and he reached out to you just to make himself feel better because of the memories. I hope that makes sense to you and helps to alleviate some of the guilt. I will do a quick tapping with you. I can't believe we've almost gone 2.5 hours. But probably you would do well with a private session, either with me or one of the people that I've trained to actually, I will do a short tapping, but Divine Mother is telling me this goes way back even into past lives. So we will mention some of that. So when you think about this, let's call it betrayal pattern. How strong does that feel in your energy field?
Oh, wow. The pattern is like, it's a 10.
Okay.
I mean, it just keeps happening to me.
All right, so here's what I would recommend for you. We are going to tap some. This is a multi-level issue, and I would recommend a private session or an Azeron healing session because he can reach in and change your DNA patterns, which I'm not going to go into on this call. So tap on the side of your hand, my dear, and just repeat after me.
Doing it.
I have this terrible betrayal pattern.
I have a terrible betrayal pattern.
It's affecting my life.
It affects my life.
It makes me feel guilty.
Makes me feel guilty.
I can hardly stand it.
I can hardly stand it.
I love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
Even though I'm carrying this pattern.
Even though I carry this pattern.
It's not even my pattern.
It's not even my pattern.
It's affecting me from long ago.
It's affecting me from long ago.
Top of the head. I choose to stop it now.
I choose to stop this now.
Beginning of the eyebrow. I choose to stop this now.
I choose to stop this now.
Side of the eye. I choose to stop this now.
I choose to stop this now.
Underneath the I choose to stop this pattern of betrayal now.
I choose to stop this pattern of betrayal now.
Under the nose, I choose to stop it now.
Choose to stop this now.
Underneath the lip, I demand that it stop now.
I demand that it stop.
Collarbone, I dismiss this pattern.
I dismiss this pattern.
Under the armpit, I dismiss it now.
I dismiss it now.
Okay, stop and take a deep breath in and out. All right, you can send me an email after class and let me know how you're doing. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, my dear. So I want to do the last exercise of the class. If you will just hold on a moment.